Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is I bought more Ikea stuff, and the goal of these two Kallax units stacked on top of each other is to just, you know, tidy them up more, try to get rid of some of the chaos because I have a lot of busy areas in my craft room, so I want to try to alleviate some of that. Boxes, the Klugis, whatever you want to call it, those guys are gonna go up here, and my printer broke, so he was literally taking up here to here. He was 24 inches wide, so he's gone, and we have a small one now that's over here. So this is the before. Okay, so I have these 3 bins that I altered from the Target dollar spot. They have these like glitter baskets. I think I might move those up top. If not, my daughter can always use them. That's a good thing about having children. I could just, if I don't want to get rid of it, just pass it down to one of their rooms. So I'll take the vinyl that I have on here. I'll just peel that off, and I'm gonna stick, like, I have vinyl that I need to use, so random, like embroidery floss and stuff, and threads, really thickers, and yarn. I'm gonna consolidate that into one of this Klugis brand bins, and this is a 10 1/4 by 13 inch bin. They have a bunch of different sizes, so just reference size for this video, this is that size. So I was able to fit everything in here, and from now on I'm only allowed to buy these tiny little spools because look how big that big yarn is. I want to cut it in half. It is just so much. It's annoying. This is like a little travel one, and this is like embroidery floss, my little pom-pom maker. Anything like yarn slash tassel making, I guess, would be in here. And then the lid goes on. So I'm at max capacity. I should not be buying any more yarn, and I just need to label that with my label maker. Okay, this next little bin, it has, this is considered yarn, but the yarn bin is already full, but this is all eyelash trim, and I didn't realize I had it in a separate thing. So I labeled this eyelash trim, and then all of the foam flowers are in here as well, all the different colors. That's what's gonna be in this bin. Okay, this next bin, I was able to get all of my rosettes in here. These are like store-bought ones. Some of these are from, all these are handmade, but they are from Lori, who is Creating for Fun. She makes them. So this is like her own little container. And then these are some store-bought ones that were coming off the thing. And then all the crepe paper ones are in here. Christina, who's KG Crafts, makes and sells them. And then April, she makes these ones with the like glittered edge. I'm sure there's some ugly ones in here from me. But yeah, those are all on the bottom, and look how pretty and just rainbowy. And then the store-bought ones are just kind of on top, and then a little thin basket, just so it's not smashing it, but it's just floating on top, so they are separate. It's gonna be in that one. These bins are massive. The bigger one, 14.5 by 21 1/4. So these are massive. My friend Christina said she had some for the holidays, like holiday bins. So I'm gonna use this for flowers and bows. I'm gonna combine them into one because they do take up these like cardboard ones, and the cardboard ones, I really like these, but they don't last. It's basically just chipboard with a piece of paper on it, and it gets a lot of wear and tear, and a lot of mine are ripping. So I decided to take the plunge and spend the money and get these heavy duty expensive bins. These bins right here, the big ones, are $14.99. And then I did go ahead and buy this insert, which literally, look, it just pops in on the top. I'm gonna put all my handmade bows on the top of this. So I'm gonna combine the two because the bows are in that pink one right there. So I hope it works. So I took the insert out. This is from like glassware that we had bought, and I was like, oh, this is perfect divider, made of just cardboard. It is smaller than this container versus what I had it in, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of cardboard to each thing to extend the, I guess, compartments so that it fits nice and snug in here. Okay, so what I did, I just had this envelope, like chipboard style envelope. I cut it up, did little slivers, little squares, and just glued it on to the edges to make this whole compartment nice and custom and snug, just extending all the sides so that it fits. And now all my flowers can fit in there. And then these tiny little sections will be like flowers that I don't have a lot of colors of. For instance, black, most of them are with my Halloween, so I just need a little spot. And you could also use the foam board from Dollar Tree. I would just cut like rows and shove it in there. That's what I would do. But yeah. Ta-da! Little garden. I got my golds, minty greens, succulents, grays, blacks, yellows, blues, pinkish, tannish, more of an orangey, corally, light pink, dark pink, purples, all the ones on like sticks and stems and stuff, whites, doily style ones in there. The little leftovers at the bottom of this. I'm way too lazy to go through them, so I'm gonna stick them in a bag, like a de-stash bag. So I added, these are Monica. She's scrapping for my boys on YouTube and scrap for my boys on Instagram. She makes handmade, these are made of paper, guys. Like, these are just faux flowers. I guess they're made of paper too, but like, you know, store-bought stuff. Monica makes these in different like style of flowers and colors. And then Lori, who's creating for fun, she makes these like super chunky monkey flowers. I think these are my the last of my non like I have Halloween ones, but those are with my Halloween, and my Christmas ones are with my Christmas. And then this guy, this insert was $7.99, so it pops on top, and it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty deep, up to like the length of my fingers. And I'm gonna do all of like store-bought bows and stuff in here. All of my bows that were gifted to me are in these things, so I know that somebody gifted those to me, and I can't be like, oh, I made this and gift it to someone. I know that the ones in here are something that I made or I bought. So this other container, so this was the flowers, this is the bows. See, it's warped, it's dented, falling in. It had too much weight on it, and it's ripping at the corners. So I have them in these Dollar Tree like trays. They're kind of just in here sorted by color, but I feel like this is bigger. Like, I don't have enough bows to fill this, so it's kind of like wasted space. So I'm going to move them into the top piece of this. That was super fast. I was able to empty that real quick. Now I have all my Dollar Tree containers empty to use for something else. So I have them all pretty on top of this, nice and organized. This tray, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, they should have made a handle like in the middle kind of so you could lift it. That's just my advice, Ikea, if you're looking. Okay, so look at the flowers, gorgeous. And then the bows on top, consolidated, one box, and I have plenty of room in between that layer and this layer to add packages like that. So if I'm too lazy and I just want to shove it in there and organize it later, I have room to do that. The rainbow bows. So I'm going to do the same thing with my Christmas bins. This bin has paper, mostly paper pads, and then some 12 by 12 sheets that were at the bottom. I'm just going to put them here at the bottom of this one as well. And these bins are wide enough to put the 12 by 12 plus that extra like little strip, you know, that makes it bigger than 12 by 12. So here I've added all of the papers, kind of just, you know, played Tetris a little bit to keep it somewhat flat, because I do want to go ahead and add all of the knickknacks in these like, you know, bins and stuff and organize them that way, because they're just a hot mess and I need to have some type of organization. This bin will be handmade. This bin I have to go through still, and I'll show you the progress of that. So I'm emptying out the Christmas bins, and a lot of the stuff like knickknacks like this, I'm actually just taking everything out of its packaging, because even when the packaging is like somewhat flat, like for instance this, it takes up room, and you'll be surprised how much room it takes up. Right now I'm sticking them in my new Hobby Lobby. These are the spring collection storage cases from Hobby Lobby. They are 40% off, and great deal. And then these little, you know, this little container, this is more of a shallow one, but each little individual compartment can slide up and out if I wanted to. So I have wire wrap beads and some like dangle things from Hobby Lobby, the bells, buttons and brads, pom-poms, little ornaments, and things that could be like charms, snowflakes, wreaths. These are all like ornament packs from either Hobby Lobby or Walmart, foam snowflakes. So saving so much room. I will just combine them until they are full, because I don't want to like how I combined brads and buttons. I'll add something else in there as well. And then these two guys still. Okay, so it's pretty much full now. All the knickknacks, bows, rosettes, some flowers. Not everything. This is just, it filled this up already. And it fits on top. and still within the container. Okay guys, the chaos is almost under control. So my flowers and bows are in here. This is the last of this big giant bin. As you can see up there, I have my 2 Christmas ones. I filled those guys with the eyelash trim, yarn, and the foam flowers, also rosettes. So this bin right here is my Valentine's Day. I got that on clearance for like a couple dollars. It's actually a Christmas ribbon holder or ornament holder, but it holds so much for Valentine's Day, and that's how much I had for Valentine's Day. But now I hosted a challenge, so I have that guy. And then dun dun dun, all of this stuff, like everything in that Razcog, all of that stuff, like a haul that I didn't do, all of this needs to fit in here. So definitely taking stuff out of packaging is going to help. Also, if you got these bins and you didn't want to put the lid on it, because the lid obviously comes with it, these things, let's can't even see what it is because I have so much stuff, but these things are also from Ikea. They're these clear things, and they fit perfectly resting on the top of this. Now, you couldn't put your lid on this because this rests directly on the lip, but you could stick 2 of these on top, you know, or slide it across, but it fits perfectly in there, and you can have a bunch of junk underneath it. Yeah, not junk, but you know. But yeah, you cannot put the lid on if this is on there. All right, thank you guys for following along, and I'll maybe show once all my holidays are put away and Valentine's Day is over. All right, bye guys, catch you on the next crafty video.